Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Duplin County where a man is now being charged with several drug distribution charges. Duplin County Sheriff's Office arrested 52-year-old Nathan Cotton on February 12th. Now he was arrested on warrants for the following charges: 2 counts of manufacturing a Schedule II controlled substance, 2 counts of selling a Schedule II controlled substance, 2 counts of delivering a Schedule II controlled substance, 2 counts of possession with intent to manufacture, sell, and deliver a Schedule II controlled substance, methamphetamine, 4 counts of maintaining a vehicle, dwelling, or place for a controlled substance, 8 counts of trafficking methamphetamine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Now, Cotton was taken to the Duplin County Jail and is facing a $300,000 bond. And now again, we want to turn our attention to the ongoing search for Nancy Guthrie. NBC's Liz Kreutz has more from Arizona.
This morning, new questions about the timing of those chilling surveillance images of a masked suspect outside Nancy Guthrie's home on the morning she disappeared. 2 law enforcement sources familiar with the investigation tell NBC News that this image was actually captured on an earlier date than the other ones, indicating the suspect may have come to Nancy's home prior to the night of her abduction. The surveillance images were first shared 2 weeks ago by FBI Director Kash Patel, who said they were from the morning of Nancy's disappearance on February 1st. But unlike in these images, in the image in question, the suspect does not appear to be wearing a backpack or that unique gun holster, and the background also appears to be darker. A spokesperson for the FBI declined to comment about the timing of the photo, but Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos did respond, telling NBC News in a phone call overnight that the timeline of the images are still under investigation.
It is all speculative if for someone to suggest that that photo is from a different day. That's all it is speculation. We understand the thinking behind it, but right now we have no evidence to suggest that that occurred that day or days before.
The sheriff acknowledges that there are differences in how the suspect is dressed in the photos, but says the images uncovered from Nancy's doorbell camera did not provide any dates or timestamps.
We cannot tell you it's a different day. We don't know that. It's still under investigation.
Over the course of the investigation, authorities have asked neighbors for surveillance footage going back all the way to January 1st, a full month before the kidnapping. On Monday, a man with the volunteer relief group, the Cajun Navy, arrived at Nancy's home, offering search resources and a message of support for Savannah and her family.
I'd let them know that, all of America knows what's going on, and we care. We care about the family.
And again, that was Liz Kreutz reporting. We now turn to your weather forecasts and looking at beautiful skies today, but the temperatures are not going to respond to the sunshine we are going to see, at least not today. Northwesterly winds are going to prove to be a little bit too strong, and we'll end up keeping our air temperatures about 10 to 15 degrees cooler than average as we head through this afternoon. Now, today we will be a little bit warmer than where we were yesterday, but it's going to be to the point where we're probably not going to notice. 36 degrees right now in Grifton. It feels like 28. So if you're heading out the door, make sure you've got a jacket on to stay bundled up, because that feels like temperature right now, 28 degrees. That's got a bite to it. Let's take a look at what else we've got going on across the east. Most of us are seeing air temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. Greenville right now, one of the lone spots, still hanging on to the low 30s. But moving forward through the day, northwesterly winds will lighten up a little bit more, but should hold at about a 5 to 10 mile per hour clip later on this afternoon. That will be enough to keep our temps from getting too hot later on today. Lots of sunshine, yes, but that west-northwesterly wind, it's going to keep our temps in that mid to upper 40s. Now, later on at night, well, maybe not at night, later on this afternoon, we will see those winds shift more out of the southwest, and that will prompt a little bit more of a warm-up coming up from today into tomorrow. So if you are hopeful for some warmer weather, Wednesday, tomorrow, we are looking at just that, warmer conditions. But today, not going to be warm by any stretch of the imagination. It is going to be a chilly one. Here's kind of a look at an incoming cold front that's going to try to work its way through and into eastern North Carolina. I don't think that cold air is going to make a full push into the east, so air temperatures not going to be impacted too much by that cold front. We will see cloud cover and a chance of maybe a few sprinkles out there. But on Thursday, specifically Thursday night into Friday, we will get more of that rain you're seeing further back towards the west, moving across eastern North Carolina. It will be clear by the weekend, but coming up for Thursday and Friday, it is going to be wet and air temperatures will come down a bit, going from the mid-60s Thursday to the mid-50s by Friday, and then we gradually warm back up as we head through the upcoming weekend. Right now, Saturday and Sunday looking partly to mostly sunny, and at this point, partly to mostly dry. Well, that's all we have time for today's 10 a.m. News and Weather Update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday. We'll see you back here coming up at 11.